As an American, I eat apple pie, play baseball under its blue skies. As an American, I travel this land and follow her roads wherever I can. From sea to shining sea, I've seen a lot, and none of it will be forgot. And when my country called, I gave my all as an American. I was born into freedom in a wonderful land of mountains and plains, rivers and lakes. Forever American is what I am. A past as rich as any can be. My father's worked hard to give this to me. I love this place I come from. To live another way I cannot foresee. As an American,
How you doing as an American here tonight? Hi everyone, how you guys doing? I hope you're having a great night out there. A lot going on today, of course. A lot of stuff you guys probably don't know about. It's not even public in the news. I haven't seen anything about it, and I don't know why. Hi, Richard. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Dana or Debbie. Hi, Nana. Hi, Barry. Hi, Lee. Hi, other Debbie, Linda, Richard, Wanda, Rochelle, Faye, Karen, Tia, Matt. How you guys all doing tonight? Hi, Dave. Share this out as quick as possible because this is important. Something's going on with the International Monetary Fund. Something is going on that is huge. The Catholic Church pulled all their money out of the Global International Monetary Fund. This is a huge, huge deal, meaning that the church is no longer interacting with the global market. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Deanne. How you guys doing tonight? Nobody's talking about it. Nowhere. I heard about it through some back doors today. Verified that the money had been moved outside of the International Monetary Fund, so it's no longer there. And International Monetary Fund, of course, jumped up today and said the chief warns that there will be people in the streets, globally, unless steps are taken to ease inflation at this point. Putin called Biden's response. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff we're going to be talking about. But the church knows what's happening long before a lot of people do. And that's a big thing, is watching the church pull their money from the International Monetary Fund today. This is very important for people to be looking at and seeing what's happening with the compound impact of the multiple crises that are already taking place, already testing the patience and the resilience of the people. Now, if we don't take action supporting the most vulnerable, there will be consequences. The church has taken action. The church knows something's happening. The church is pulling their money out of the International Monetary Fund because they know inflation is going to go out of control. And the church has gold assets so it can secure its own currency. This is crazy. Central bank is having the same problem too. There's no choice. It had to increase interest rates again today, along with the Federal Reserve. Another 0.75% interest rate hike. Credit card people are on credit card debt at an alarming rate. And they're not going to be able to pay it back at this point. The government's I think it's 1.5 points away from where we won't be able to pay our national debt down. We won't be able to keep making payments on our own national debt. The money we bring in yearly will be nothing but paying the debt without a single penny going to anything. That's how close we are. Too big to fail is no longer even a question because we are already there. This is an alarming situation. And this is just the beginning of it. I mean, yeah, the Feds are raising rates by another 0.75 percentage point. And they're pledging more hikes to fight inflation, knowing what is going to happen to the national debt. On top of that, we got a hurricane, of course, that is heading to the Gulf of Mexico, to where the refineries are. Another big issue. Winter coming. Refineries are already starting to reduce output because the temperatures are cooling. Tropical storm is spinning up into a hurricane. Probably middle of next week, or Wednesday, we're looking at. It'll probably be right off the coast of Florida and between, heading right up into Louisiana, right next to where most major refineries are, right there on the coast. More problems. More problems, of course. One thing after another. I mean, if this hits the U.S. mainland, it knocks any of those production pumps offline or any of those refineries offline. We're talking serious issues, because right now we're done getting oil out of strategic reserve because there is none. That oil has already been processed. Nobody's talking about what's actually happening. Flood risk are at an all-time high. Insurance companies are dropping out everywhere, not just the state of Florida, but everywhere. Europe is in an all-time energy crisis as soaring natural gas prices are promoting European companies to move their manufacturing and operations to the U.S. They're going to manufacture, and I don't understand this, because they're going to take natural gas, send it here to clean it, and then bring it back. Oh, wait, no. They're buying the natural gas and now they're going to clean it here and then send it there. That makes more sense. But this is ridiculous. We don't have the processing facilities here yet for this. We got China with a direct threat going on right now. China moving with Russia and North Korea now and Ukraine. Putin directly told the West that the threat to resort to nuclear weapons is not a bluff. As, of course, Biden decided to give his nasty speech at the UN this morning, of course, instigating more fighting, saying we will defend Taiwan at any cost, basically allowing them as a sovereign nation and acknowledging that. These are all huge issues. But Putin, of course, warned all Western countries that his country's nuclear threats are not a bluff on Wednesday. Putin issued a warning after accusing the Western countries of resorting to a nuclear blackmail, despite no NATO country threatening to use nuclear weapons. Okay, I'm going to say this right now. We may not have threatened to use nuclear weapons, but somehow we have stealth fighters in Europe with nuclear weapons on them that weren't there before, and we have them there now. So whether we threaten to use them or show a force to use them by bringing F-22s with nuclear weapons into Europe, I mean, that's a threat. I don't care what you want to say. That's what it is. Putin's not playing with the nuclear blackmail anymore. Putin prospects in Ukraine are not grim. Putin has lost a lot of military and 1,000 miles of territory that he gave up as a counter-offense, and he took in troops. This is ridiculous. We're playing games with people's lives at this point. Europe is in extreme trouble. We're in extreme trouble here. I mean, when the church decides to pull out, you're talking the Catholic Church decides to pull out of operating within the International Monetary Fund. This is a huge problem. If nukes get played, there is no draft. John, if nukes get played at all, there is no draft. People are going to be wondering how they're going to feed themselves, because food will become scarce, a lot more scarce than it's already looking like it's going to be. Because nuclear winter will happen, even if it's only for a couple of years. It's a total disaster out there. A total disaster. It's just crazy. I mean, this is a disaster. When the International Monetary Fund is worried about it collapsing, the central banks are the same thing about it collapsing, about inflation just taking off without any chance of control. It's crazy. And the U.S. is almost to the point where we're literally, the interest rate is going to be so high on our national debt that our own government, the taxes they bring in every year, will not be able to afford the debt payment, the interest payment on the national debt. When that happens, a true debt crisis then emerges. And it's getting scary. Today, I want to talk about something else, though. Florida schools, this is ridiculous. Florida School Board today implements sexual education curriculum for 12-year-olds. For 12-year-olds. I'm sorry, this makes me sick. This is my state. The school board, of course, pushed in for sexual education for 12-year-olds. Yes, that's right. Approved sexual education curriculum that teaches 12-year-olds the purposes of condoms, despite parents pushing back. The Hillsborough County School Board in Tampa, Florida, voted 2-5 Tuesday, implementing new sexual education curriculums for 7th graders. These are little kids. Parents, of course, are outraged and pushing back against the proposed curriculum, saying the lesson plans are sourced by Planned Parenthood documents. And that they are. It's not a question. Their curriculum, specifically lesson plans accessible to parents in the district for viewing, which is required by Ron DeSantis, luckily. It's way too transparent. As a way to add transparency, he allowed this, The sexual education curriculum spans over 3 years. Beginning in 7th grade, teaches students how pregnancies occur and how to use condoms and other sexual health practices. I'm sorry. No, it's not. We don't have STDs running rampant at under 12. We don't have that issue. This is ridiculous. And this whole thing is to create the curriculum is inclusive for LGBTQ community, creating a safe space for students of different genders and sexual orientations. According to Hillsborough County Schools website. That was the whole reason of this course. Why? Why try to skate something in the back door when nobody wanted it? It's that parents no longer parent children. Children now learn everything from school, being taught what to believe, what to see, what to do. It's a new norm, yeah. A new norm. It's ridiculous. It's just sad watching what's happening to our country. It's sad. Watching the storm, of course, that hit Puerto Rico. Puerto Rican struggling. Still, after 5 years later from Hurricane Maria, now are getting hit with Florence. And it's just sad. Sad shape of events in America. Sad shape of events around the world as we're watching this. We got to stand up. We got to do something. More than happy to take your calls. If you guys want to call and voice your opinion on what's happening. And where do you think this market's heading next? Because it is important, no? John, that is just sick. That is just sick. It's sad. That's what our kids are growing up in, though. People that purr and meow and use a litter box and think it's all okay. Forget what's really happening in the world. It's getting crazy out there. Mike Lindell's having a whole bunch of problems right now. He's losing basically his whole platform because nobody wants to sponsor or be a part of the My Store platform anymore. Because the FBI has started investigating everybody that gets involved with it. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Rodney, if that was true or not. Wouldn't be surprised. It's just sad. It is sad what's happening, and it's almost biblical. Almost biblical at this point. I don't even know what to say anymore, you guys. I just do not know. We're in a world of hurt. We're in a country that's in a world of hurt. Don't know where we're gonna end up next. One thing after another. The odds of Putin escalating are 100%. When Putin called up the redraft today and all the reservists are being called up, it's not a chance. His agreement with China and North Korea and everything were to finish Ukraine quickly. They have more plans to go and to do other things. So China and of course in India were the last two people Putin wanted to see giving him the cold shoulder. So he has to get this Ukraine war over with. That's a guarantee. Oh my goodness. It's crazy out there. We're going to see heavy escalations in Ukraine this week. I guarantee within the next 2 or 3 weeks, we will see an end in Ukraine one way or another. But really, what scares me the most is seeing the church, the Catholic Church, pull out its money out of the International Monetary Fund. Everybody warning about a collapse of a global economy collapse now. We know we have another storm coming up. It could hit our fuel system, which, of course, fuel. You don't have fuel, you don't have goods, you don't have a country. That's pretty direct. Especially in a world today where most people live on top of each other, and there is really no room to go out and harvest food from a garden or grow crops. So that's it. But God bless you guys. God bless America. We got to try to stay strong, stand tall. I'm going to do a call-in show Friday night, so get your questions ready and get ready to call in Friday night. Doing a call-in show, of course, going through everything. Yeah, when the church pulled its money out of the International Monetary Fund today, and this was before the IMF chief or the World Bank came on and said anything, or even the U.S. decided what their federal rate hike was going to be today. All before all that came on, the church was pulling the money. And nobody talked about the church, the Catholic Church pulling its funds from the International Monetary. So, God bless you. We will see you tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Friday night. We're going to be doing a call-in show, so please get your questions ready and call in. No matter what they may be, let's have a good night. God bless you guys. And I will see you Friday.
As an American, I eat apple pie, play baseball under its blue skies. As an American, I travel this land and follow her roads wherever I can. From sea to shining sea, I've seen a lot, and none of it will be forgot. And when my country called, I gave my all as an American. I was born into freedom in a wonderful land of mountains and plains, rivers and lakes. Forever American is what I am. A past as rich as any can be. My father's worked hard to give this to me. I love this place I come from. To live another way I cannot foresee. As an American, I eat apple pie, play baseball under its blue skies. As an American, I travel this land